Hi guys, come and go back here with the living alone series and explaining the whole process so that it can help somebody else or just give you any idea of my life. So welcome back to my channel. This is Kamwengo Gigi, where a journey of self-discovery, a path of self-discovery. So I've mentioned in the previous video about how I found myself in Livingstone, how I found myself living alone in Livingstone. So I'm going to explain to you the struggles that I faced with living alone. So I explained to you how I came to Livingstone. I was living with a friend, then I found myself an apartment. I was staying in that apartment from September 2023 till February 2024. So yeah, I was living in an apartment, a furnished apartment. See, if you're moving out, okay, you know what, I'm not against furnished apartments. You just have to have the money. You just have to have the money. Like, you have to budget well. That's what I'm saying. Not that you have to have the money for you, like you need to live in a furnished apartment. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that if you're going to move into a furnished apartment, you have to have the money. For me, I moved into a furnished apartment the first time because I moved abruptly. I moved abruptly from my friend's house to another house, and for the longest time, I was not for the idea of having my own home and owning things in my home. I do now, but I was not for the idea. So for me, a furnished apartment was ideal for me. So I lived in a furnished apartment. It was really nice. Their furnished apartments were really nice and they are affordable compared to Lusaka. So if one ever asks me why Livingstone, the houses here were affordable. I don't know about now. I feel like the prices keep going up. I think that's inflation for everything. But when I started out, I was living in a furnished apartment. I liked it. I loved it. It was comfortable. It was everything that I dreamed of. I think I have commitment issues. Let's just start there. Let me humble myself. I think I have commitment issues because for me, the idea of a furnished apartment is like I can get up and leave anytime. Nothing is holding me down. Nothing is stopping me from making a decision that I want. So for me, it was the flexibility of being in a furnished apartment. Expensive, quite all right, but the flexibility of I can get up and leave any day. I can just drop my lease. I can drop my lease anytime. No questions asked. No baggage thinking of reload. No, nothing. I can just pack my stuff and leave, and that's what I needed in the beginning. I wouldn't advise it for anyone because it's expensive, but if you're not sure about your life, like the way I wasn't sure about mine, it is very, very, very convenient to be in a furnished apartment. Also, it was convenient for me. It was convenient for me. So I lived in that furnished apartment. I loved the life out of it. So when I relocated back home in February and I came back and I started to want to move back, I still moved back in a furnished apartment. Okay, I pushed back in a furnished apartment because I was like, okay, now I'm done with school, now I've graduated. Am I going to move permanently to Livingstone? I was not so sure. I had tried finding houses. This finding houses thing, guys, be brave and be smart. I think let me just even talk about and I think it would be a whole separate video, like do's and don'ts and how to prepare for moving out. But I learned lessons. I have learned lessons and I have lost lots of money from being scammed. But anyway, I moved to a furnished apartment this time. My first furnished apartment was a 2-bedroom. This time my furnished apartment was a 1-bedroom penthouse. It was really cute. It was a very cute apartment and still as expensive as the 2-bedroom, but very, very cute, very, very modern. I even had a washing machine. I know people in other countries are like, washing machine is a standard, but my first apartment didn't have a washing machine, which I didn't mind, but this one had, and it was a plus. I love washing. One thing about me is that I love washing. I'm obsessed with washing. I hate seeing dirty clothes. Me and dirty clothes parallel. Literally, I don't like it. So it was a plus for me. I had fun in that one bedroom apartment until I lost it because of bad decisions. Like I said, I made a bad deal. I made a bad bargain where I had told this landlady that I'm moving out when I had not fully secured the other one. Then I just lost out. That's how I left and went back home in like September. So I moved back home in September. So I was like, so now I'm back home in September. I know I want to live alone. It's something that I have learned to like. So I'm like, okay, so now what will I do? Will I find another furnished apartment? There were possibilities that I would have moved back to a furnished apartment, but you know, my parents were talking to me. They're like, oh, you're wasting money living in furnished apartments. You might as well just find a house. So I found a house, and this is the house that I'm living in. It's really nice. It's 2-bedroom. It's near town. I love it. And I moved in October. I found a house. I moved in October, and it's been heaven and hell since. So I had to pause. Someone was passing. It was heaven and hell. It has been heaven and hell since. But it's been a journey of buying my own stuff. When I started out in this house, guys, the first thing that I bought was a mattress. Obviously, I have to have somewhere to sleep. I bought a mattress. I bought curtains. I bought a mattress. I bought curtains. What else did I buy on the first day? I bought a mattress. I bought curtains. I bought pillows. I bought a bed sheet. That's about it. That's all I had bought. And then I think later on I bought pots and stuff. Yeah, but I bought a mattress. Like, I didn't have a bed base. I used to sleep down. And honestly, I'm proud of myself. I can't lie. Like, the journey has been hard, but I'm proud of myself because how did I start with just a mattress and curtains? I feel like everybody starts out like that. I think it's not bad to start out like that. I feel like for those who don't start out like that, that's even better. But I started out like that, and I started out with the mattress, and I didn't have a fan, and it was hot. Now I do have a fan, thank God. The house doesn't have air cons. Usually in Livingston, houses have air cons because it's really, really hot. But the house is really cute. I really like it, so I'm comfortable here. So yes, I've bought stuff small, and have I felt like quitting? I have thought of, let me just go back home. I've had opportunities to relocate to Lusaka, but first of all, looking for houses in Lusaka is hard. Okay, and then it's just the fact, guys, I am committed to this house. That is now challenging my commitment issues, because I am committed to this house. I have bought things in this house. I have not revamped it, to be honest. It's still as it is. It's really pretty. I like it. I have not revamped it, but I've bought stuff. I've committed, and it's just relocating is a lot. Relocating is just a lot. It's expensive. But if I really want to do it, I will do it, because at this point in my life, I'm just like, nothing will tie me down. If I have to relocate, if I have to move, I will leave this house. I'll even tell the landlady, like, I can carry what I can. If push comes to shove, I don't know if that's how they say it, I can leave. But again, I've spent money. But I can, if push comes to shove, I can leave the stuff in this house. I will carry the curtain, so I can carry what I can carry. But the big things that I cannot, I will leave it. That's how I still, guys, I don't like to be tied down and feel like I do not have a choice. So anyway, I am living in this house. I want to at least clock a year. I want to clap for myself. I clock a year in this house. And, you know, living alone and depending on yourself, you really have to trust God. You really have to trust God for your needs. You really have to trust, like, where, like, safety. I pray to God every day. I have some of my male friends like, are you safe? Are you? I'm fine. My parents stress about it. I know. Even me, I'm stressed about it. But you know, life. Even when I'm home, I can die. Even when I'm here, I can die. I can die everywhere. But you know, I'm very cautious of my safety. I'm very cautious of where I am at one time and with who. So yeah, I love my space. It's a lot of work, the cooking, the cleaning, the constant being aware like this is my house, I have to take care of it. But it's grown so much responsibility in me, and I think it's grown a lot of resilience in me. Resilience, confidence. I'm more of an adult than I was. It's just I have to depend on me and God. Yeah, I have to depend on me and God. So yeah, that's been my story. I have lived in 3 houses so far. Do I see myself relocating from this house? Guys, commitment is commitment. Like, those people who relocate after you have stuff. Niche, where you're staying, there's a problem. I've had challenges like electricity problems, water problems. Guys, like, living alone will tell you to calm down and stay the course. Where are you going? See, this is the life you're living. You have to stay. But I'm grateful. So that's been my housing situation. Yeah. Oh, so much. But anyway, I want to share my tips for someone who's considering moving out in the next video, and I also mention the advantages and disadvantages in the next video. But thank you for staying the course. See you in the next video.